Hey there, Dale.
Hey, how you doing?
I can't complain. Had a wonderful Memorial Day. How was yours?
It was great. Had a nice barbecue with the family and just enjoyed the day together. And of course, as you know, we are very much patriots as you are and appreciate all those that have served our country, especially those that have given everything for our country.
Yeah. So while we sit and we enjoyed those barbecues this past weekend, it was worth remembering how privileged we are to have had that opportunity here today.
Yep.
So thank you for all those veterans who are alive here today, but also for those who gave us the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you. So, all right, let's move into the market update. We've got some pretty big news. This is for all real estate professionals. Why don't you advertise on Main Street? You can't really see it here in the photos, but we have frontal office space right on Main Street, Jackson, 2 beautiful windows. And if you haven't seen it already, we got 2 really nice flat screen TVs hanging in there so that your advertisement, your listings can be cycled on that pretty much 24/7. We do want it in portrait mode. Please, if you can, follow these dimensions because that's what will look best, and lighter colors and backgrounds will work best on these TVs as well. And truly,
Right.
this is for all real estate professionals, whether you have frontal office space in Jackson or not. The whole point is for you to get your listings out there, your business out there more effectively.
Yep. And this is for all realtors, real estate companies, title companies. This is for the real estate industry only. It is free. Send it to Noor. Don't send it to me because we all know I am not Mr. Technical. But Noor is, and he will get it on the TV for you.
Absolutely. Be my pleasure. Our pleasure. Dale, let's talk about rates. Do you know what's happening with rates right now?
I know more what's happening with rates than the Fed does.
Oh, okay.
Of course, I'm being sarcastic. You know, the reality is, I don't think the Feds have a real plan, and therefore, as you can see by the chart, rates are up, rates are down. We're kind of blowing with the wind right now, and it's unfortunate, but it is the reality.
And I think that highlights it the most is that we just are blowing with the wind. And this chart really doesn't spell much. Green is good, up is good, red is down, bad, down is bad. We understand that. But please keep in mind that with all these interest rate changes, the Federal Reserve has done absolutely nothing monetarily. They have not changed the federal funds rate. They have not. This entire chart that we're looking at, the Fed has not done a single thing monetarily. Same with this chart previous. Nothing has changed, except they open their mouths and they say some things. And that's why we are seeing these shifts, either for the good or bad. So Dale, where does that leave us with rates today?
Well, right now, the average, and of course, remember, we're typically a week behind because that's when data comes out is a week later, but we are at an average of 6.94, and that is an average. It's an average of conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, good credit, bad credit, big down payment, little down payment, several discount points, no discount points. It's simply an average of all of the rates.
Yeah, and so I've seen an advertisement out there for 6.5%. Can we match that here at Homestead?
Oh, of course we can. It depends upon what type of loan we're going to do, how many discount points are going to need to be paid to buy that rate down. But absolutely, we have been and always will be as competitive as the big guys. I think the big difference with Homestead is we tell people the truth and we tell it to them up front.
Yeah, I like to sleep at night, so it helps being truthful. But the other thing I want to illustrate here is it depends also on the market. You mentioned discount points. It's a really big thing. Super small, quick anecdotal story. I had clients that I convinced them to take an 8.125% interest rate a couple weeks ago. And it wasn't because the market was at 8%. It's because we figured, well, they're going to be refinancing within the next year. or they're going to be paying off their loan within the next year. Why would they pay discount points just to see that money fly away? And it turned out that if they paid one discount point, the monthly savings that they got in the 6 to 12 months would have been completely washed away, because they needed to hold on to their loan for 15 months before those discount points would have actually returned an investment. So the idea was like, okay, well, you're going to pay more on the monthly side, but you're actually going to get a rebate for closing costs. So yeah, you can get a 6.5%. Yeah, you can get an 8.25%, but it depends on every scenario. So.
And every scenario is different, and it doesn't. And I've told many people over the years, sometimes paying discount points doesn't make sense, especially if you're not going to hold the loan very long, because you're going to pay, we'll say $5,000 up front to save $50 a month for a year. And so you have to look at it from all angles.
Yeah. So speaking of angles, Dale, I want to ask for your investment. I won't tell you on what, but I'm just going to show you this chart.
Okay.
On the left side is your money. Okay. On the right side is time. Or sorry, left side is money. Bottom side, X and Y axis, is time. Will you invest with me based on this past 33 years of history?
Yes, I would, and hopefully you would ask me this question in January of 1991. Because it looks
wasn't even alive then.
It looks like it's about 450% return.
Yeah, and that's the housing market. That is what we are. This is the monthly housing price index from January 1991 all the way until today. This is the national average, but I mean, we did have one period. Everyone knows it. We constantly say the Great Recession, 06 to 010 was the risky period. But truly, take a 10-year segment at any point in this housing market. Take a 10-year segment, and you will see a return on investment. This is the American dream. This was and still is the American dream if you see it as an investment and less as a risk. So,
invest in houses.
Yep, invest in houses. And to help you with that, we want to talk about credit. Credit is the #1 way to get the best interest rate, so why not learn more about it? Credit Education Seminar, Tuesday, June 4th, 5 o'clock p.m., online and in person, Homestead Mortgage, right Main Street, Jackson.
And then, of course, the first-time homebuyer seminar, June 18th, 5 o'clock, at the office there on Main Street, 171. And it's a great program, a lot of information. First-time home buyer is someone who has not owned a home in the last 3 years.
All right, well, that wraps it up for today, Dale. Thank you so much. Glad you had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, and see you on the next one.
All righty, you have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.